One of the legends of Kwaito, Thebe. For years, he was the bad boy of Kwaito and has since become a husband and father. We'll be chatting to him about those early days and also his transition into maturity. And yes, he will be performing live later on. On social media, we're asking you today, from Bulabut to Lenyora, how have Thebe's Kwaito hits been a part of your life? What was happening in your life? What were you going through? Please share your memories with us. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook post.
Indeed. Good afternoon, South Africa. It's good to have you. So one of my favorite things to do on a brand new week is to start getting my taste buds tantalized by new flavors. And so not only are we bringing you sort of one recipe today, we're going to be bringing you two recipes today. And not only two recipes, but two guest chefs. And in fact, they kind of count as three. So welcome to the loft, you two.
Thank you very much.
So you guys have been making something very special. You own a restaurant in Cape Town on Bree Street, well, just off Bree Street. And you guys have got a new brunch menu. What are you bringing for us?
Today we're doing our brioche French toast with honey butter off our brunch menu on Sundays.
Okay, and how long have you been in South Africa for?
January makes 2 years.
Okay, so all of these skills you brought from overseas, you also, Cornell, also studied overseas,
Yes,
you guys met
correct.
there, came to the country and started these recipes, and so we're getting a taste of their experiences together. And then also later on, there's going to be a delicious treat for you guys for dessert, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Our first guest today was, during his earlier career, considered the bad boy of Kwaito, and over the years, 12 albums later, he has calmed down slightly, got married, and started a family. But even today, if there's one person who still knows how to get the party started, it's Thebe.
Please, let's welcome to the loft Thebe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Those are the days when girls actually wore clothes on music videos.
Oh, yes, yes.
So you are one of the longest living Kwaito legends, and you were first discovered by Uskido, and obviously he's been a lifelong friend of yours.
Yes.
Do you remember the early days? What do you most remember about
I
them?
remember them like it was yesterday. It was one big party. There's some hazy days that
Yeah.
I really can't remember, but hey, it's a nice ride, eh?
Yeah.
Ever since, yeah.
And everybody talks about how you've calmed down now, you've matured because you're married with a family. But what's ironic for me is that you've always been a calm guy. Even though you're the biggest, you were a party starter and your music was all about partying, you've always been a reasonably calm guy.
I've always managed to separate the two. Like,
Yeah.
I have my on-stage persona and my, off-work persona. So,
Yes.
Like you say, I've always been calm, but, but getting married and having a family does really calm you down, because
It does.
just gives you a perspective of everything that you're living for right now.
Yes, it gives you a bigger purpose, or your purpose really comes home.
It does really, yeah.
And how old are your kids now? They're so grown up.
I have three boys.
Wow.
The other one lives with their mother. The firstborn is 18, 16, and 5.
Wow. And if they were to say to you they want to go into the music industry, what would you say to them?
That's what they said to me, actually. And I said,
Oh!
okay. So, okay, go
Did
for
you
it.
want to cry?
Go for it. Well, I tell them the truth about what goes on and whatever.
Yes.
But look, I can't discourage them to go into it, because it has changed a lot from since nowadays. Now it's big business.
Yes.
If they do it right, they can be, make a living out of it.
Yeah. You've inspired so many young people over the years, and one of the things that people love most about you is that you move with the times, and you also move with your fans. And you speak about how now you're making music that's appropriate for the fans, the age that your fans are now. Tell us more about that.
Look, apart from anything else, I'm an entertainer. I follow trends, I see what's in, what's out. And apart from that, it's a business.
Yeah.
I can't be just doing things that please me and be steadfast on it and then not making money out of it. So,
absolutely.
I just follow what's going on, what do people like, or whatever, but not forgetting the people who like my core fans.
Yes, yes.
So I try and balance the two.
And what kind of music do you make for them now? And what do you keep in mind when you're making music for them?
They say if it ain't broke, then fix it. I haven't changed my style.
Yeah.
I've stuck to my style, but I just add on, you know, nothing feature young people, feature whoever I think will work. You know, that's what I try to do. But I haven't changed my style.
Yeah. How do you feel about Kwaito's journey in South Africa? It's obviously evolved and it's changed and it's grown a little. But Duma Silela was quoted saying at a recent award ceremony that it is looking a bit gloomy, although it hasn't died. Do you think it will live again?
You know, they compartmentalize it too much. You know, when we came in, it was after Brenda Fasting, Chico, and whoever. It was called Bubblegum. Then we changed the name to Kwaito.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's called South African hip hop, whatever, New Age Kwaito. The music just evolves with the times. It's not like it dies or anything.
Yes, yeah.
So in our era, it was called something else, and it moved to. But it's still South African dance music at the end of the day.
How do you feel when you see artists of a younger generation in different music genres like the Altidos who featured AKA on your track Tico? How do you feel when you see them doing remakes of your music?
Hey, it's an honor. It means I inspired something, and they feel they can take that further.
Absolutely.
And it still keeps me in the loop. So things like that, you know, I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're producing also a lot of artists now. What can we expect from you in the future going forward? What's going to be happening?
I've already started with my album. This one, me and we were sitting down with Bruce Thebe and we were discussing what can we do differently. So we took a leaf out of Quincy Jones's book, like, we just want to feature everybody, who's anybody from gospel to, just want to do something that can be talked about in years to come.
In years to come,
So we're not going to rush it, but we want to do something for the books.
Something for the books. Yes. That sounds great. That sounds great. What advice do you have for young artists coming up in the music industry, especially things that you learned only later and you feel like, I wish I knew then?
It's a business. It's not about the girls. It's not about the champagne. It's not about the cars. This is your career. This is a business.
Absolutely. And it's about like building a lifelong career that you can be proud of.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, we're very proud of you, and South Africa absolutely still loves you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I cannot wait for that performance later, right here on Afternoon Express. It's going to be absolutely epic. And Thebe, you and I should stop phoning each other to get dressed in the morning. We should probably consider our outfits next time we get together on the show. It's really good to have him with us today. And coming up directly after the break, if you're tired of those boring old brunches that you have at home on the weekend, we're going to show you how to make a brioche French toast. Stay right where you are.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
It's time to get cooking on Afternoon Express. Welcome back to the show. The taste, the freshness and the quality of Clover fresh milk makes such a difference in good old simple recipes. So be sure to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650, as today we're joined by Cynthia and Cornell, who will be making us one of their favorite brunch options, a simple but delicious treat. It's a brioche French toast. And I always get my French toast wrong, so please show me the real way.
Let's do it. So what you're going to do, you're going to crack your eggs in a bowl.
Okay. How many eggs per, serving of like a family of four?
You normally do like one per person.
Okay,
Just
cool.
like guesstimate. Add your Clover cream.
All right. Yum, yum. Clover cream stays fresher for longer.
And then you're going to add some Clover fresh milk.
As that also stays fresher for longer. Awesome. So it's got like the same sort of ingredients you'd use for a decadent, like a...
Like bread pudding.
Scrambled egg. Well, no, bread pudding.
You can actually
be fancy.
And then you're going to add some, just a crack of
Salt.
A
Little bit of...
little
what
bit
is
of
that?
vanilla extract.
Yum, yum.
And then fresh grating of nutmeg.
Nutmeg. And like obviously you can play around with these different combinations. The basics are there. A little bit of milk, a little bit of cream, eggs, salt, pepper, and you should be fine. But you guys are making this decadent and ready for a Sunday afternoon.
Basics.
Yeah, you can always switch it up. If you can't get your hands on nutmeg, you can definitely make it into a cinnamon French toast,
Yum.
which is just as good.
Just as good.
So what you
Alrighty.
can do for me is you can actually soak the bread.
Okay. And like one of the things I've always wanted to know, maybe Cynthia, you can help me with this. How long must it stay in here? Because you guys are using a brioche, which you've said is one of the great ways, a great bread to use because it soaks up all of the liquid.
Yes.
So you want it to be soggy and soaky.
It depends. I mean, we're using really fresh bread that we got this morning from Jason, so you don't really need to soak it as much.
So this is a little
That's a little too much.
So
we
because
can-
it's so soft and pillowy, 20 seconds max in the custard. But if it's more older bread, which is, you can definitely use stale old bread. You can do it for longer.
Okay. And then the temperature of the pan is also one thing I really need to start learning because, I mean, pans themselves can really burn the outside. I've had mine burn the outside and not really cook the inside. So do you want it at a mid-heat?
So just like medium heat, a little bit of butter, and you want to brown it for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Yes.
Cool. So then once that's done, it looks like that, and then you guys add your own toppings. What have you got for toppings?
Yeah, so at the restaurant, when you guys order it, we like to put our house-made honey butter that we whip, and we just smear it on top, super decadent, and then a nice, generous
Oh, that looks
sprinkle
so
of
good.
powdered sugar.
Yummy, yummy,
And
yummy.
you don't have to forget the
Oh yes, of course.
real deal, the maple syrup.
So basically how decadent you want it is the way that you guys can serve it, and I know that this is what I'll be making for brunch this Sunday. And just in case you guys miss anything, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
If you guys want to have some love with this obviously delicious dish, the brioche French toast, you can SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. It'll cost you R1.50 and your free SMSs do not apply. Chefs, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
for
How
having
much
us.
fun. More recipes to come on the show.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
If you're a tea lover but want something a little more refreshing for these very fast approaching and warmer summer days, then you have to try Chef Suan Allen's 3-pot iced tea creations. There's a flavor for every taste bud, and you can DIY them from the comfort of your own kitchen. Check this out.
Summer has finally arrived. That doesn't mean you have to do away with your favorite cup of tea. Now, just turn it into a magical summer iced tea creation. The perfect brew of tea takes time, so don't be too hasty to squeeze that bag. Just let the hot water do all the work. The only time you need a squeeze is when you're removing the bag from the pot. And then we're going to pop in our mint leaves, which we're actually going to de-stalk. 2 reasons: we don't have all of the hardy bits, but also pulling them and working them through your fingers allows for all of those beautiful oils and aromas to release. Cinnamon is not only one of the healthiest and most delicious spices on the planet, it comes with a whole host of benefits. Just one of those, its ability to reduce blood sugar levels. Our reason for plunging is actually twofold. Firstly, the fine mesh grid at the bottom will catch any pieces of our cinnamon. Although it's ground, there sometimes are bits that do float around. And it will also catch any stray thyme leaves which have gone amiss in the water. But the main reason is we want a gentle infusion of these herbs. We want the flavor of the rooibos to be the thing that really pops. I don't just like the flavor of honey. It's also incredibly great for boosting your immune system. Cranberry juice is not only delicious and incredibly refreshing, it also can provide relief from UTIs, respiratory disorders, and kidney stones. And then to garnish, a couple of slices of fresh lemon and some fresh mint. Fresh pack rooibos, allowing us the versatility to play with different flavors. So same amount of liquid, same number of tea bags, a whole different end result. Get your coconut water up to a boil in a saucepan with your tea bags and your star anise. Allow that to infuse. I love working with star anise, not only when it comes to drinks like this iced tea, but food as well. It's flavorful, it's aromatic, it's sweet, which means you can use it in a variety of dishes and a variety of drinks. This is smelling gorgeous and aromatic. Time to add our lemongrass. First things first. You just want to, with a knife and very carefully, bash the back a bit, and this will start to release all of the oils and all of the flavors. And then quite simply, pop it into our pot and allow that to infuse for 2 minutes. So we'll kick this off the same way as we did for our herb iced tea. Heat-resistant glass jug, our 4 rooibos tea bags, and boiling water. It is always suggested to use basil fresh. I love that pungent punch of flavor, that beautiful, beautiful aromatic smell. Now, whilst lemons may be acidic on the tongue, they actually regulate and balance out stomach acidity. They're also rich in a whole host of vitamins. I also really love how they balance everything out. So acidity versus the sweetness of the honey, I think they're kind of magical. So if you have a look, you'll see that our strawberries look like they are starting to cook. They'll go soft, a little bit slimy, but that's exactly what we want. Their truest flavor starting to impart into our pot of iced tea. The really great thing about this iced tea, everything in one jug, no mess, no fuss, far easier to clean up afterwards.
Fresh Pack, the #1 rooibos tea.
I absolutely love those recipes. They look so delicious. I'll be sure making those this summer. And while many of us are privileged enough to enjoy the delicious recipes we make on Afternoon Express, Stats SA shows that poverty figures are on the rise, with more than half of South Africans living in poverty, most of whom are children and African. As a result, hunger and malnutrition is having a major impact on the physical, cognitive and social development of our children. The stats tell a staggering story, but initiatives that raise funds to support NGOs like Ad Hope are playing a vital role in the fight against hunger. And with us today, being World Food Day, we welcome Thebe, Public Affairs Director for KFC and Ad Hope champion, to tell us all about how we can help. Welcome to the Loft. Lovely to have you with us, Thebe.
It's awesome to be here today.
Yeah. The Ad Hope campaign has, everyone knows it by now because it's been around for quite some time. But tell us how donations from customers have grown over the years and what you've been able to do with the campaign.
I actually think people think it's been around longer than it actually has.
Really?
So we only started at Hope in 2009, looking for a really creative way around the CSI space. We wanted a way to partner with our customers, but also to make a difference with beneficiaries and NGOs and people in that space.
Yeah.
From 2009, we kind of started off with this crazy idea of what if we let people just add 2 rand to a meal? So every time they bought a meal for themselves, they could buy a meal for someone else too. And that's kind of grown. And over the last 9 years, we've seen it grow kind of from nothing to over 400 million coming through the trust. We now feed 120,000 children every day.
That's absolutely amazing, and that's really encouraging to hear. And I mean, I'm sure anyone listening now who's maybe never paid attention to what a big difference they can make, they know now that they can. And I mean, as a mom, I'm raising 2 boys, so I know what good nutrition does for a child, especially in early development. Why is that important to KFC?
I think for me, Bernie, as a mom too, that's been the greatest journey of At Hope, is learning that I think a lot of people know that when children are hungry, there's a physical impact on them. We kind of all grew up being told, you know, if you don't eat and you don't have food, this is what your body looks like.
Yes.
What a lot of people don't know, though, is what happens to a child's brain, what happens to their ability to connect with other children socially, and what happens to their creativity.
And their emotions.
And their emotions, right? So
Yeah.
as they grow, what we've learned and found by partnering with some great psychologists and different people in the space is children aren't as creative when they're hungry. When they don't have food security, they will draw and leave out body parts. They will not use color in their drawings. They literally see the world very differently. Also socially, they're not as confident as children who don't have to worry about food. They're far more reserved. They're not able to connect with other children as well. They don't play the same way other children play, purely because it's such an overwhelming piece. What we've also found, though, in this journey is that the stats are staggering, and they do keep us up at night. We know that it's 3.3 million children in the country that go to school hungry every single day, which means they're not able to grow or to learn or to thrive. What we've also learned, though, is that hope is always stronger than hunger. We've seen some incredible, in the 9-year journey we've had, some incredible stories around hope and what hope can do for a child and what a plate of food can do more than just physical, but what a child believes they're able to do in the future.
Yes, oh, that's absolutely so amazing. That the last bit you said about just what a child believes they can do and how they can contribute. Thank you so much for coming to share about the Ad Hope initiative, and I'm glad to see that South Africans are on board. I'm definitely going to be donating 2 rand or more.
We're
every time
looking
I go
forward
to
to it.
KFC.
You can make it 4 or 6 or 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just keep adding hope. Decide how many children you'd love to
Yeah.
feed. We want to see that number grow. We have the most incredible beneficiary partners across the country. We have 137 of them who do an incredible amount of work on the ground, making sure that the children are getting nutritious meals, that their brains are developing well, that they're growing, but also that they get to believe they can be anything they want to be.
Yeah. Well, I'm filled with so much hope. I feel like fried chicken suddenly. Hope really is stronger than hunger. So I urge you all to get involved and add hope in any way that you can. It's as simple as adding an extra few rands with your next KFC purchase or donating online at adhope.co.za.
An amazing campaign. Listen, coming up after the break on Afternoon Express, as Chef Sue and Alan comes to join us in the loft, ice cream cones, cake, s'mores, they're all going to come together deliciously in another recipe. And don't forget to start tweeting us, hashtag Afternoon Express. We'd love to hear from you throughout the show. We'll see you after these. Warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3 and I promise you treats on the show. And Suan is one of them. Listen, what happens when you combine ice cream cones, cupcakes and marshmallows? You get the ultimate bite of happiness. And thanks to Snowflake's brand new marshmallow cupcake kit, yes, it's a tongue twister, your home can be turned into the ultimate baking paradise. All it takes is a crack of an egg, a fluff of flour, and that swish of your whisk. And here to show us how to make delicious ice cream cone small cupcakes is the equally delectable Sue and Alan.
So charming today, Dan.
I'm just full of it today, you see what I mean? You feed me treats like this and oh my boy, does the charm come out.
So we are working with Snowflake's new creations range. It is incredible. You know, everyone always says baking is a science, which it is. They take the hard work out of that science for you, nice and simple.
Finally.
Finally. So we've got an egg, we've got some milk, I'm going to add some oil.
So all the basic ingredients you'd use in one of these mixes.
Exactly. So these are things that you're always going to have in your home.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, but my whiskers in hand. We just want to get this to combine. So simply just bring it together.
So test my knowledge, these would be regarded as the wet ingredients.
These are the, you see, you've been learning so much. And then we've got our kit, everything else we need is in here.
So all the Snowflake creations, what's inside there is all that you're going to need except sort of adding these other wet ingredients.
Absolutely.
So by the way, while we're talking about Snowflake, if you guys want this recipe, want to know how to make your very own s'mores, you can SMS the keyword Snowflake to 33650. It'll cost you R1.50 and those free SMSs will not apply. It's as simple as that. You'll get all the details on your mobile device.
So wet ingredients have come together. That's literally...
How simple is that?
All you have got to do.
These guys have saved my life because I tried to make even just pancakes the other day. I don't know how to use even flour and eggs and things.
And just to let you know, these are also in the box, so no need to purchase those. If you want to pop that down for me, Dan. Sure. So going to just show you how to do a couple of these. So wet liquid in. Don't fold them up too much.
Cool. And my best part, I don't know if you guys are like this at home, but if you miss a spot, you get those little blobs on the end.
Those are
taking those off when they're crunchy at the end, they are the best. Either eat them like when it's like this, or like when they cook in the oven and they get that crunchy. Those are my favorite bits.
Colourful ice cream cones.
Cool.
Pop those straight into the cup.
Oh, so you bake the cones in
You
there.
bake the cones in.
And these come in the box?
Come in the box. So you'd repeat that until you've used all of them. That'll go into your oven for just 13 minutes. And voila, when you are done. Then to finish this off, a little bit of melted chocolate.
Yummy,
this is the fun part. So you really want the kids involved. You want to be involved because you want the chocolate if there's extra.
Yeah, if your kid's got a birthday party towards the end of the year, great idea.
This is kind of just, and then, you know, choose your favorite toppings, whether it's popping candy, sprinkles, chocolate, and then marshmallows also come in the kit. So one of those.
Pop those on top.
Then I'm going to ask you to hold that for me.
Oh, not eating it yet?
Not yet. Sorry.
Awkward.
Hang 10. I want to melt that marshmallow.
Ooh, yummy.
And we kind of want to brown that so it's, you know, like those beautiful marshmallows you get on the fire.
Yes, yummy, yummy,
Because
yummy.
your sugar's going to caramelize.
There we go.
I didn't burn you.
And then can I squish it down?
You can squish it down if you want to
squish it down. Make it small. Yum, that looks delicious.
And that is it.
Baking has literally never been so easy. So here's a quick look at the recap once more. And join us again next week, Monday, where Sue and Alan will return to the loft with her whisk in hand and take us on another baking adventure.
Designed to be eye-catching with the latest features to suit a variety of cooking needs, the new LG Neo Chef is perfect for people who are looking for their microwave oven to do more. Coming up is stay right there where you are after the break, and we'll be taking a look at Pinnacle Point Estate alongside the garden route.
Of the new LG Neo Chef microwave, LG partnered with Hershey's to introduce the product to the country.
Neo Chef was launched in South Africa 2 weeks ago. Today we invited the press to come and have a look at what our machines can do. We asked Margaret Hirsch, who absolutely loves cooking, to be our brand ambassador. and to showcase a few of her recipes in our NeoChef convectional oven. Some of the key features of the NeoChef: smart inverter. It has a smart inverter, 10-year warranty, and it has an antibacterial layer within the microwave, making it easier to clean, because we know how much we love cleaning the inside of microwaves.
Not only is Margaret Hirsch the matriarch of a pioneering homeware store family, she's also one of the pioneers of microwave cooking in SA, adapting and publishing many recipes over the years.
Microwaves and I go back way back when. I started right back in 1979 when nobody even knew what a microwave was, and we got this little box in our shop and we didn't know what to do with it, and so I took it home and I was amazed to see I could cook a chicken in 20 minutes, I baked a cake in 3 minutes, I made fudge in less than 10 minutes. So for me it was a really, really fantastic thing, and it changed my life, and I knew it would change the lives of others. So I invited all my neighbors in and they came to look, and out of the 11 ladies, 8 bought. So, and they went in turn and they showed other people, but they didn't know how to cook in it, so they came back to me, and we were very fortunate because in those days National would send me all the way to Osaka, Japan to learn how to cook in a microwave and to teach them how South Africans cook, and we started writing the first cookbooks to go with the microwaves that were sold in South Africa way back in the early 80s. So I go way back when with microwaves, and I've been through all the different ones when convection came in, all the different makes. I've taught almost every single make of microwave that's come into South Africa, so I know them all really, really well. So the nice thing about having the new NeoChef is it's everything in one. It's an air fryer, it's a slow cooker, it defrosts, it cooks on microwave, and it's a convection oven as well. So you can get exactly the same result as you would get in a normal convection oven. You know, in the old days, you used to defrost your mince and the outside would cook and the middle would still be frozen. Well, this has got completely even defrosting, so it's really, really super. You can take your mince, it looks like you just bought it. From there, you can, you'll see the even cooking in we're doing a roast leg of lamb. You'll see it's cooked evenly all the way through. It's beautifully cooked. It's done to perfection. And you can do it with, it's got the slow cook feature, so you can put it in when you go to work, leave it on all day, come back, your roast is done, your veggies are done to perfection. One of the more difficult things to do is meringue, so I'm doing a meringue roulade. Especially in a roulade, it's quite difficult to cook. This is cooked to perfection as well. So we've done that, and we've made lemon curd in the microwave, which you don't even think that you could do that. So I'll just show the features of this microwave. It's got an air fryer, so we're going to do the roast sweet potatoes, and you'll see that I actually cook them in the air fryer as well.
I think it's an absolutely fabulous product. I was really blown away. The tasting was amazing, and I really can't believe what it can achieve in such a short time. I think what caught my attention most was the 3 different modes that you can use in one product. Just absolutely amazing.
My thought about this new product, I think I need to have one. Because looking to what Margaret did, it was so fantastic. Quick, easy meals. I will definitely incorporate this product in my home, and I advise young coming generation to have it. Because imagine if you're staying in a city where you're gonna have to go to work, there's traffic, there's everything. When you get home, really to me, you're gonna just have less than 30-minute meals. That's it.
The feature of this product that I love the most, a couple actually. The first being the slick design of it. I don't think I've ever seen such a pretty looking microwave. And of course the slow cooker function. I love the fact that you can put in whatever you want to cook and then go to work, go to gym, go do whatever, and then you come back home and the food's ready, and best of all, it's going to switch itself off when it's done. I think I'm going to get one today even.
This NeoChef should be in everyone's home due to the fact that it's not just a warming oven. It is used as a cooking appliance. You can steam your food, you can slow cook roasts, you can air fry. Everybody's all about healthier, tastier cooking. NeoChef is that brand.
Equipped with LG's unique smart inverter, there's no cooking job the NeoChef can't handle. Packed with a number of convenience-enhancing features, the LG NeoChef is at home in any kitchen.
Still to come on Afternoon Express. If you want to know how you can win with Win at Home on Afternoon Express, you better stay tuned. You're back with us on Afternoon Express live on SABC3. Now, Private Property is proud to bring you Winner Home on Afternoon Express, where one lucky viewer will win their choice of one of 3 cluster homes at the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate, decorated by our design duos. The house boasts top quality appliances by Grundig, outstanding bathroom fittings by Gibbert & Grower, as well as luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone. You could also win with our bi-weekly giveaway, where the latest prize is a KitchenAid mixer valued at 10,000 Rand, courtesy of Caesarstone. To enter, simply visit privateproperty.co.za, vote for your favorite design duo, and you're entered into both competitions. Please note that you can enter once daily, and both competitions close on the 29th of October. So get those entries in now.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Winner Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes, and one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million Rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds, and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
A dream lifestyle often means living in a scenic environment where you can enjoy your interests and feel your best. Estate living easily encompasses much of this dream lifestyle and continues to grow in popularity. There's one lifestyle estate in particular along the picturesque garden route that is a top quality choice in the real estate market.
Many, the search for a dream home begins at Private Property. The website boasts a wide variety of estate property, including sought-after options on the spectacular garden route. Positioned on the breathtaking coastline adjoining Mossel Bay is Pinnacle Point Estate. It's home not only to a Peter Matkovich-designed cliff-top 18-hole championship golf course, but also to a world-renowned archaeological site with earliest evidence for modern human behavior.
My name is Peter Nilsson. I'm an archaeologist, studied at the University of Cape Town. And we're now sitting in Cave 13B at Pinnacle Point, which a friend of mine and myself discovered in '97. And the significance of this site to the archaeological world is that it is one of 6 sites in South Africa that's got Middle Stone Age material in it, which is when humans emerge, both as a species as well as behaviorally. At the moment, this is the site that has the oldest dates for this behavioral modernity of humans. So literally it is at the moment the site that has the earliest evidence for modern human behavior. So we believe the reason that the material here has been preserved in the first place is that from about 90,000 years ago till about 40,000 years ago, this cave is sealed by a massive sand dune that sits in here. And we believe that it's during that time that not only are the materials in here being preserved, but also calcium carbonates are coming from the calcrete at the top of the cliff and cementing everything in here and fossilizing things in here. So you can see dunes in here, you can see sediments on the cave walls, which have become cemented. So it's thanks to that Pompeii effect, if you will, that the material in here has been preserved. Because of the discoveries and starting the project here in 2000, myself and the family decided to move here because we were traveling up and down to be involved in the project. So we've been in Mossel Bay since then and been really, really happy here. When we first moved, we thought, oh, you know, moving to this little coastal dorpy, but we really love it. So all the luxuries of a city are here. There's a lovely museum in town, the Diaz Museum, which has got a caravel there, the ship. So we spend a bit of time there as well, and then lots of other activities as well. The beaches are nearby. It is very, very underrated place, which is probably a blessing for us, but yeah, very, very nice place to be.
Dr. Nilsson is not the only one who has fallen in love with Mossel Bay, and Pinnacle Point Estate, with its award-winning golf course, has become the first choice for golfing enthusiasts wanting to live the lifestyle.
My name is Alphonse Meyer. This is my wife Sini and my son Alphonse. We've been living at Pinnacle Point Estate since 2014, and the main reason we bought at Pinnacle Point was really for golf. We love the setting here. I think the way it was designed, you start on one and you go up inland, and as you get into your game, you're coming down the coast, and that's when it gets really spectacular. When you get to number 5, 6 and 7, I think is one of the best holes in the country. It's only a pitching wedge, but if the wind blows, many people can't hit that green. My personal favorite is number 12, where you can hit driver and then probably pitching wedge in, but you've got to be very accurate from the tee box. And then 18th hole is probably one of the most spectacular holes in the country. As a finishing hole, I think it's brilliant.
I enjoy playing golf here with my family. It's a great course. I mean, it's on the cliffs. It's a very beautiful place, and there's a lot of risk and reward holes, especially from the blue or the black tees. I enjoy the longer course more.
We have so many tourists and visitors from Europe and other countries. It takes forever for them to play a round of golf because they always have their cameras and cell phones out and they take pictures all the time and they almost forget to play golf. We've got a very good facility up at the driving range, a chipping green as well as a putting green. We also host the Louis Oosthuizen Academy there. We've got a nice little pro shop there. In 2016, the clubhouse was extended into a new phase. It includes a spa with an indoor heated pool. It's got a jacuzzi, it's got steam rooms, it's got 4 treatment rooms, a lovely hair salon. And whilst the ladies are in the hair salon, we've got a kids club as well where they can leave their kids to play indoors. The clubhouse is actually situated on the best spot at Pinnacle Point. Upstairs you've got the members bar and it's got the most beautiful views of the ocean. It's also got the restaurant facility on the middle floor, which can seat about 140 people, but the best place actually at Pinnacle Point, if you go after a round of golf out on the terrace and you look over the ocean and you have a nice cocktail after a round of golf. One of the main benefits of Pinnacle Point is it's so close to the George Airport, so it's very convenient for people flying in from Johannesburg or Durban or Cape Town to come and play a round of golf here.
I love living at Pinnacle Point. I think it's the most beautiful place on earth. I love to go for walks here. We have 2 lovely beaches. Every morning the ocean looks different. The bird life is fantastic. I like to go for a jog along the coastline on the golf paths. It's soothing for the soul. It's lovely to be outside and breathe in fresh air. We've got 2 big shopping malls here. Both have everything you need. Mossel Bay has a number of very good schools for the residents here. It's just on their doorstep. Private schools as well as government schools that are really good.
Also on the estate is a nice tennis court where me and my dad play once a week or so, which I enjoy very much. I also like to go out and cycle. There's nice trails next to the coast here. It's nice not only to get out, but to see such a beautiful place while you do it. Although there's a lot of houses on the estate with swimming pools, there's also a communal swimming pool at the lodges where you can socialize with your friends and have a good time.
We love living at Pinnacle Point. We love the lifestyle, and I think as a family we made the right choice to invest at Pinnacle Point.
With so much on offer, it's no wonder achieving the highest number of residential sales seems to be no problem for Pinnacle Point Estate's resident Pam Golding agent.
I'm Tian Skitter. I'm the Pam Golding agent for Pinnacle Point Residential Estate. I also live on the estate. Property is my passion. Pinnacle Point is my passion. The 2 of them combined is the ideal situation. To sell property in Pinnacle Point is quite easy. I know you're going to buy, I just need to show you where you're going to buy. The nice thing about Pinnacle is there's 4 different types of property that you can invest in. The sectional title units, which is the villas, starting from 1.8 million for a 2-bedroom furnished. And then the lodges starting at 1.7 million furnished 2-bedroom units. And then the Fynbos units, which is full title units, a little bit smaller stand, easy for lock up and go. They start anything from 2.5 million up to 5 million. And then the freestanding houses, anything from 7 million up to 35 million. Obviously those properties have got the perfect views of the private beaches, the clubhouse. One of the attractions of the estate is that it will be a World Heritage Site within the next 3 years. We'll be the only estate in the world with a World Heritage Site within our perimeters. That attracts quite a lot of international buyers to be part of that. I think one of the things that attract people about Pinnacle Point is also the low density. There's a lot of open space between houses. We're a lifestyle estate. It's a sound investment, it's a secure investment. There's a lot on offer and we can cater for all your different needs. Where else can you live such an incredible lifestyle in such spectacular beauty? Only here.
Yes, indeed. Only at Pinnacle Point can you find so many property options in such an idyllic setting. Make sure you too live the lifestyle by finding your dream garden route home on privateproperty.co.za. There's a home for everyone on private property.
From Pinnacle Point Estate to a Pinnacle Point in our show after the break, the Kwaito legend, Thebe himself, will be performing live. And also, we should go on holiday.
I'm feeling very tropical today.
See you after this.
Get a taste of the smooth life and win when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, weekly giveaways of Fujifilm Instax cameras, Daniel Klein His and Hers watches or travel vouchers. You could also win the grand prize of a trip for two to the Maldives and stay at the luxurious Adoran Resorts. Visit tropica.co.za for info and T's and C's.
Father, my Father, I thank you. Nkulunkulu, oh Nkosi, Yama.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We had a great time hanging out with Kwaito heavyweight Thebe today, and from a man with such a long and illustrious career like his, it's impossible to choose just one for him to perform. But here he is with Tiko Njabulela.
Father, my Father, I thank you. Nkulunkulu, oh Nkosi, Yama. ungahluli ulutho Kosi yama kosi Ekawa la makawe Tiko ndiyabulela
Get a taste of the smooth life and win when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, weekly giveaways of Fujifilm Instax cameras, Daniel Klein his and hers watches or travel vouchers. You could also win the grand prize of a trip for two to the Maldives and stay at the luxurious Adoran Resorts. Visit tropica.co.za for info and T's and C's.
Catch the Afternoon Express cook-along tomorrow with our very special guest, international YouTube sensation Christina Bianco, who has performed on some of the biggest shows in the US, including The Today Show and The Ellen DeGeneres Show. So gather your ingredients and get ready to cook along with us tomorrow live at 4 p.m. on SABC3.
Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Private property, a home for everyone.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.